If you're super busy and you're just trying to think of some things that you can do to keep your Border Collie occupied, then stick around, because I've got some ideas for you. If you'd like to make life better for you and your dog, the Border Collies and I would love you to join us.
Yay! Good job!
So I have an acreage, and I have the advantage that I can just take my dogs for 10-minute walks throughout the day. But there are times where it's really distracting. I'm trying to get work done, and it's pretty obvious that my Border Collies get antsy. One of the ways I can deal with my Border Collies' excess energy is just to do like a 10-minute training session. If you only have 5 minutes, 5 minutes is great. It's amazing how settled a Border Collie can be after they just get a little bit of mental stimulation. And obviously, we need to get them out for real exercise and not just like 5-minute walks on leash. I live on an acreage, so I can get them for a good running walk, probably 3 times a day for 15 minutes or so, if not a little bit longer. But in between all that, there are times where they just get bored and restless because Border Collies have busy minds and they want to be doing things. So honestly, a 10-minute training session in just about anything is really a great way to settle a Border Collie. I have an ongoing list, and my list will include things like behaviors I want to work on or tricks or tasks I want my dogs to learn. And some of these tasks take a long time. Dogs don't learn everything all at once, and that's kind of the mistake I think that a lot of trainers make, is they want their dogs to learn a trick like right away in 1 day, in 1 hour. Dog minds don't usually work like that. Border Collies are incredibly smart, but we have to approach things in small steps so that they're able to break down clearly each step of a task. For example, one of the things I'm working on right now with my dogs is teaching them to push buttons. Well, Keegan and Asha know how to push buttons, but Skeen is still learning. Because Skeen had a surgery, I can't push him to be in a specific position for too long, so I have to take that into consideration as well. Oh, Skeen, you're digging a hole. I've taught Asha and Keegan to do some painting, and I'd like to teach Skeen to paint as well. And the first step of that is to learn to hold something in his mouth. And so that's what I'm working on with him. So I have this list of tasks, and most of them really take like a couple of minutes to do. And honestly, it seems like this big deal training a dog, but if you just take a couple of minutes to do a specific thing, it's a couple of minutes, that's it. I'm working on behaviors with Skeen especially because after his patella surgery, he had some fear about new dogs and he gets quite amped up around new dogs. So we do a lot of counter conditioning, and he's also very sound sensitive, and that's something I can work on. And again, a couple of minutes. It doesn't take very long. Another thing I'm working on with all my dogs, but especially with Keegan and with Skeen, is relaxation. Teaching them to be more relaxed in a general way. Keegan has major separation anxiety, and this is a bit of an issue for me because he also is epileptic, and when he has a seizure, it can be actually quite violent. So this is something that throughout his life has been a struggle for me. But I can teach him to be more relaxed, and I'll continue to work on a strategy around his separation anxiety. The relaxation protocol takes maybe 10 minutes to do, but you don't have to do the whole 10 minutes. You can do 2 minutes or so of the relaxation protocol. And I'm actually videoing the relaxation protocol so that I can share that with you in the future. It's a 15-day protocol, and I'd like to do the whole thing first, but I will share it later, and hopefully some of you will join me in trying this out. So keeping your Border Collie occupied when you're really busy too, it's going to probably give you less grief to just do a couple of minutes of training, and then you can be rest assured that your dog has had some mental stimulation. Make sure that you do go on walks. Even if it is a leash walk around the block, it's better than nothing. But take a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, a few times a day, and do the things. It's so easy to get overwhelmed and think, oh my God, there's all this training, it's so much, I can't do it. But really, can you take 5 minutes to do one task with your dog. And of course we all can, and it's just a matter of priorities. And if you're working all day and your evening is really all your Border Collie has with you, then that's an important time, and you do have to set out little slots for this training, and especially to make sure that he has an outlet for his physical energy. But like I said, Border Collies are smart dogs, and they do need mental stimulation as well. So just dedicate a couple of minutes a few times a day. You know, if all you can do is 10 minutes once a day, and I'm not talking about every day, because hopefully you don't have a Border Collie if you only have 10 minutes a day maximum to spend with your dog. Write a list, pick out the tasks that are most important to you that you need to work on with your dog, be it behavior or tasks or tricks or things you want to work on, and just do it. Another thing I found to be a really good investment, but actually mine was given to me, is a treadmill. So on those short, dark, and dreary days, you can put your dog on the treadmill. And again, 2 to 3 minutes. If you need ideas for things you can do with your dogs for a couple of minutes at a time, I have plenty of them. And you can start by checking out one of these videos over here. See you there.